Warning for this video, it is basically just a lot of talking and getting everyone up to date on where my account is today. The next video will be more entertaining with actual clips of the content that I'm going through. So if you would like to see that video, you can go ahead and click here. Hi, welcome to my first Leagues video. Yeah, I know it's already 8 days into the league and there's already been some progress made on the account, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start off now because making videos sounded like it would be a lot of fun. And the reason I didn't at the beginning is because whenever I initially started in Leagues, I wasn't on my home computer. So a decent amount of my game time is done away from home, but I have set up a system where I can get screenshots of milestones and rare drops and stuff like that. That way, it's kind of like I have the content there, and maybe I'll just commentate over it or something, who knows. Or maybe I'll just try to do most of the content that is actual content while I'm on my home computer. Gonna go through some of the stuff that I did during the leagues just to give you an idea of where we're at and you know, how my process of was getting here. I started off with the Mage Relic, as most people do, and I just kind of blew through as many quests as possible. I did fire making and woodcutting right off the bat, and I just quested. I remember trying to do Witch's House, and there was a line of about 30 people. I made the embarrassing mistake of going in the room and then exiting the room immediately because everyone was trying to click on the door at the same time. And, well, I left Witch's House immediately after that. Now, I actually didn't do that quest until I was about 90 hit points. So from there, from Witch's House, I just went and did Holy Grail, and then I went and did Monkey Madness 1 so I could get hit points XP. About halfway through the day, because I was playing very consistently for the first like 5 or so days, or maybe 4 days, I don't know, I can't count. About 80% through day 1, I realized, wait, I'm actually pretty close to being on the front page, and I've never been on the front page of a RuneScape leaderboard, except for during last leagues whenever I was like ranked 23 in construction at some point. Which was, you know, it was cool. It was really cool back then, but I feel like my achievements this time were way cooler to me personally. I did manage on, I think it was the second day. The first day I ended at like rank 9, and the second day I went to bed at like 6 in the morning my time. Or no, it was 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning my time. Actually at rank 1, I have a screenshot of that I'll probably put on the screen here during the video. And I was very happy about that because I was never rank 1 before. But that was just for total level, not league points. I realized I was very far behind in league points somehow, even though being rank 1 in total level. But that's beside the point. But from there, I just breezed through as many tasks as possible. I skipped basically every quest in the game after unlocking all the skills. I did about 60 quest points total on my own, and then everything else was just auto unlocks. But yeah, so right after all those unlocks, I got hit tier 6, started busting out some Slayer. I was closely watching a lot of people on the front page since I was actively trying to be in first place and figuring out what they were doing to boost ahead in total levels. Well, I was only watching total levels, which is a mistake. And I noticed a couple of people's magic levels jumped up, and I was like, oh wait, they're probably bursting. So I bought DT, and I was bursting in those spiders, and then I was like, wait, I don't have prayer pots. And then it came to me that I could just buy Monkey Madness 2 and get prayer pots that way. And then it turns out that's basically what everyone was doing the whole time. So, yeah, I busted out a bunch of Hunter. That got me a ton of points. And then I chinned my range up to like 91. And then I bursted my magic up to 94 and my defense up to like 80. And then I just went and used magic on everything in the game as much as I could. I went and did some barrows for some points. So we had a couple early barrows. The first item we got was an Aram Staff. Not that that had too much use. Just gonna slowly go through all the different chests. We had the Carol's Skirt at 4, and then we had a Guthan's Helm at 10, which was pretty nice. And then we got our first dupe at 13, which was another Aram Staff. But we also got a Combat Fragment, which was actually the reason I was at Barrows, because this was 3 days ago, that I realized that Combat Fragments were in different tiers. So Barrows drops tier 2 combat fragments, and I was like, well, I needed the tier sets because this is before the set rework, and I wanted Absolute Unit 4. That way I could do some God Wars and a couple other things. I wanted to mess around with Zulrah with some different builds and stuff like that. So we got we ended up getting tier 7. We're still doing barrows at this point. We got the fragment. 14th chest, we get a Krill's top. So now I have the top and bottoms for Krill's already. And then number 20, we get our tank legs. We get Torag's legs. 22, we get the second of 4 tier 2 combat fragments. We already have one of the tier 2 combat fragments from a tier up reward. And then 23, we get our first double chest, which is another Carol's skirt and a Darok's great axe. 25, we get a Darok's chestplate, getting close to the full Darok's. And 26, we get a miscellaneous fragment. It's not the one I was looking for. And 36, we get another dupe, our third dupe already. We get another set of Torag's legs, but we also get some Guthan's legs. Not sure if we'll ever use those. And then 37, we finally get the last fragment I was hunting down. So then we were done with barrows. I basically had everything I wanted. I got the tank legs, the tank top, and then I had the Carol's top and bottom. And I'm probably just going to skip Aram straight to Ancestral. I probably should have started out, but my main goal of this whole league is for me to get the Muttadile pet. So everything I'm doing is in preparation for me to just sit there and spam solo raids. Also, you'll notice in the Barrows screenshot, at some point during leveling up my Slayer, I ended up getting an imbued heart from one of those greater neck reels, so we do have that already as well. After we had tier 7, we got our Barrows gear. I went and did got my Abyssal Whip, went and did Kraken, got my Tentacle Whip, and then we killed about, I want to say, 150 Zulras in one day. We only got the Serpentine Visage, or Visage, however you say that word. And I was like, oh, well, I was a little bummed at first, but, you know, it's a good item for God Wars Dungeon, fortunately, so not bummed about it. And also, I'm probably going to end up taking it into raids just to ignore poison. There's a lot of poison in raids that I don't want to deal with. And then we did another 100 KC the next day. We got the Magic Thing, which was great. And then I realized that I wanted to go do something else because 250 Zulras was, it was fun, but it was starting to get old real quick. So I went and did Bandos. We did 50 KC, about 20 KC we got our Tacits, and then about, I think, we got a mining level up. Or that. 71 KC we got the Hilt, and then we had a massive dry streak. We didn't get another item until whatever my Bandos KC is right now, because that's the item I stopped on, KC Bandos, which was the Bandos chestplate at 254. We had the massive dry streak, but we got the Bandos chestplate. We still don't have the boots. Oh, I also got God Sword Shard 1 and 2, so we just need number 3 to finish my Bandos God Sword, which I'm very excited for. This is a lot of talking. This is probably really boring to watch. That's okay. I'm having fun commentating it. But then we went back to Zulra after we got the Bandos. I don't know why I went back to Zulra after Bandos now that I'm thinking about it, but I did. Oh, you know what? I remember why. Because the fragment update happened, and I could do Zulra even easier with a more powerful build that I came up with. And we got the Tanzanite Fang in about 20 more KC, so we finished Zulra at about 270. And we got our Blowpipe, and then we went to Hydra. We went and got 99 range at Hydra this morning while I was away from home. And after that, we started camping Saradomin. We got a Hilt on 2 KC, which was a very pleasant surprise. I actually forgot that Sarah dropped the Hilt. I was entirely here for the Armadale crossbow. And then I killed about 60 more Saradomin while I was away. And then whenever I came home, I started camping Saradomin, which brings us to today's adventure. Kind of fills everyone in on exactly what I've done with my account. And from here on, I can just make normal progress videos. So if you got this far, enjoy whatever comes next.